G'day guys and welcome to Primal Waters. Today we're going to have a look at this news story that goes all the way back of April this year. I'm pretty sure most of you guys would have seen this story, but if you haven't, I will put the link for it in the description bar down below. We have a quick read of this. It's quite interesting. I didn't think great white sharks went all the way up to Japan, but apparently they do. So we'll take a look at this story and we'll have a bit of a chat about it after. Fishermen find monster great white shark that choked on sea turtle. This is a story by PERRIE and warning graphic content. I remember seeing this and it was really extraordinary to actually see a picture like this where a great white shark is obviously bitten off more than it can chew. And it's pretty interesting photos as well. We'll have a read. While shark attacks are actually pretty rare, it doesn't stop some people from being freaked out about going into the ocean. And if you are one of those people, probably best to look away, not because what we are about to show you will give you nightmares. These shocking pictures show the moment a fisherman in the waters of Japan picked up this gigantic great white shark after it choked to death on a sea turtle. Very interesting picture. We got the fishing boat in the background. We got the great white shark a bit closer to the camera, and obviously given that illusion that the shark is massive, I'm going to take a rough guess that this shark is probably around about 5.5 meters, around 18 feet. It's a big shark still, but yeah, quite fascinating. And I love the name, or I guess that's the name of the ship, ME25508. The ME and the 2 kind of just gives me the look of Meg, that's all. The photo credit to Greg. Fisherman Greg has recounted how he came across the beast in the posts on Facebook. I was out commercial Ken style fishing for tuna when I heard chatter on the radio that there was a white shark swimming around with the big sea turtle in its mouth. People started to joke about it, so I did not pay it any more attention. Then the next day it was found dead near the bait receivers, tangled in some netting. The captains I interviewed who saw the mighty shark the day before said it looked close to death as it could not dislodge the giant shark. The commercial guys were bummed as white sharks do not bother their commercial fishing and most certainly do bother the things that eat our catch. So there we got the picture there. It gives off a literally meaning of the phrase bitten off more than you can chew, right? Greg said the shark weighed a little more than 2,000 kilograms, 320 stone. The meaning, this was certainly a big shark. The rest of this goes on about Big Blue. So quite interesting. Like I said before, I didn't realise that great whites went all the way up to Japan. I heard stories of them in the waters off of Taiwan, but not up all the way up to Japan. So obviously we do get them up there. It's a fairly big shark. Like I said before, it's probably around about 5.5 meters. So they don't actually give us the size, just the weight. And going by this picture, you can't really tell, but would have been nice if someone was actually standing next to it to give us the proper size. I do know, and I'll probably do a video on this later on down the track. There was a study done here in South Australia off of Neptune Island. They went out with one of the cage diving boats, people from the Flinders University, and they used a laser measuring device, and they were doing some studies on how big these sharks are and how accurate people were actually giving the size of these sharks. And what they found is that people were actually given the size of smaller sharks, oversizing them incorrectly, saying they were around about 5 meters when they were actually smaller. But what they really found is that people were actually underestimating the size for the big sharks. They were actually undersizing them when in fact they were actually bigger, and they were using some laser measuring device to measure these sharks. So it'd be quite interesting to see that, you hear stories of fishermen talk about sizes of great whites they've seen, and some people would go, you know, that doesn't look like a 6 metre shark, but in fact it could be actually a bit bigger or something like that. But that's another video for another day. But this is a quite interesting story. I know it goes all the way back to April. There's plenty of other news stories out there that I would love to talk about that go back a few months. But I'll put this link in the description bar down below so you can go check it out for yourself. Also, make sure that Stewart Perrie is credited for this story. This is, I'm not sure who it's with, and the photos credited to Greg Vella. So yeah. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you drop a comment down below. Also, I'm going to have to do the submarine shark video again. The one I did the other day got hit with copyright because I went and showed you the video. I didn't actually show you to play the video, but I just used it in the background, and yeah, they got hit by copyright. So I'm going to have to do that video again down the track. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you drop a comment down below, hit that like button, share this video, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.